got to say. And you people happen to have, arguably, but I will say so myself, the best questions. So, our guest is on his way. He's stuck in that ubiquitous Lagos traffic. We all know what it's about. But he should be here in a moment. Until he gets here, let me bring your mind, or should I say, lift you up. And I want us to pivot a little bit forward. I want us to talk 2023. Now, most people tend to think, oh, it's still 2 years away. We've got time. But incidentally, we don't. It actually took a friend of mine on one of my WhatsApp groups who challenged me and said, Sisiogi, how about we start talking about 2023? And I happen to agree with him. I'm not going to out his name because he doesn't want his name outed, but I do have him to thank for this. So I think on Down for Conversations, since we are the fearless journey in all of Lagos radio and Nigeria for that matter, since we drive our Danfo and we go boost, we go bass, we go biz, and we go boss, right? So how about we start to venture into that road 2023 that's impregnated with so much promises and sometimes a lot of letdowns. It's full of ifs, buts, and maybes. It's full of what I call gesticulations of Nigeria. I am your person. I'm the one you should vote for. I will deliver this and I will do that. They give us so many mandates, we get lost in that whirlwind. But how often do they deliver on that mandate? That's the question. Now, my guest, let me introduce him. I'm hoping he's listening in his car. And by the time he walks in, we'll be able to get started. But if he is late, later than we go on break, I'm going to ask you guys to do something. We will literally start dropping our questions in advance because actually he sent me a message saying he'll be listening. So you can hear the messages, and as soon as he walks in, we will hit them we'll hit him with those messages. Now, his name is Abdul-Azeez Olajide Adediran. Let me tell you a little bit about that Adediran part. Don't you dare call him Adediran. I made that mistake. And I promise you, I'm still dying from the embarrassment of such a mistake. So his name is Adediran, but aka Jandor. And I think he likes us to call him Jandor because he intends to be our next governor. He intends to deliver to us. And he's here, or he will be here, to actually win us over. Now, he has a vision. I'm reading this from his site, by the way. Here's his vision. He says, my vision, and I quote, to put an end to the individual pronouncements over the true intrinsic power of the people and make Lagos work for all in Lagos. That's all in capital letters. Now, when you read such a vision, you then ask yourself, well, what does Lagos for Lagos mean? He's the convener of Lagos for Lagos. He also has a foundation, which I'll let him tell us about when he gets here. But what does Lagos for Lagos mean to all of us? Does it mean every single Lagosian, irrespective of ethnicity? Does it mean the young? Does it mean the old? Does it mean the elite? Does it mean the middle class? Does it mean the masses? We've got these questions that we have to ask him, and I'd like us to ask him as soon as he gets here. Now, you know the numbers? Let me read it out again. 0700 993 993 993. Again, 0700 993 993 993. We also have a female only line. That's the other question I'm going to be putting to him. When he does win, or if he wins, depending on where you sit, what's his cabinet going to look like? Is it going to be gender represented? We will find out when he gets here. So the female only line is 0146 57190. 0146 57190. And the WhatsApp, you can also reach us on WhatsApp 0809 597 5808. And of course, we're streaming live on Facebook, and we're also online and on YouTube. Now, I can see the lines are going off. You want to deliver your questions. Okay. Let's answer the first call. Hello.
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 Hello?
Yes. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is ID.
IJ.
From ID.
ID. Right. You're calling from where?
I'm a first caller.
Right. Okay. So you have a question for Jandor, do you?
Yeah, I have a question when you arrive.
When he arrives. Okay, tell us. He can hear you on the radio in the car.
Really, the question I want to ask him is that the really vision that you have for we Lagosians.
You have to turn your radio down because there's a feedback. We can't hear you properly.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, better.
And I pray for the great vision that you want to have for us in we Lagosians in 2023. And for me, the question I want to ask him is that we are hearing promises from candidate that is coming as a governor in Lagos.
Right.
But the question I want to ask is, can you stand in a vision as you want to bring out in Lagos? That is the question I want to ask him.
Can he?
Not to say.
What did you say about his vision? Sorry. Can he do what?
What I mean is that, as he said that he want to put Lagos in another different dimension. We Lagos never see before.
Correct.
Understand? And I still believe that's a vision for the Lagosians.
Okay.
Understand? The question I want to ask him is that he will not feel lost with Lagosians. That's the question I want to ask him.
Right. Okay. That works.
That's the question.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Right. We have another call. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon. What's your name and where you're calling
good
from?
afternoon.
Yes.
Ireti.
Good afternoon.
My name is Shomaga.
Hello, Shamaga. What's your question, please?
Okay. I would like to ask him a question, and it's about the state of the local government areas, or what we know as LCDAs.
Mm-hmm.
I personally believe that it's a dead institution. They literally do nothing for the people. And I understand that they have huge allocations that they can't account for. And to even make it worse, that the reason they are the way they are is the fault of the governors.
Okay.
So I would like to know what he's going to do as a governor to revitalize the LCDs and make them start working for the people. Okay. Simple things like roads, street lights, we don't have them. And whenever the elections are closed, they just pour sand somewhere or put street lights. After two months after the elections, it's back to status quo. I would like to know what he's going to do to revitalize or revamp the LCDs and make them working for the people.
Excellent. Thank you. Excellent question. We have another caller. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
My name is David.
Hello, David. Go ahead.
Yeah. I see that we are trying to put the horse before the cat. Or how do they say it? Is it the cat before the horse?
You go ahead and say what you want to say, sir.
So, you see, what we are seeing is that we have a constitution that is not working. Mm-hmm. And it's because the due process was not taken to bring up this constitution. That is 1978 and this 1999 constitution. The structure is that it is the permanent, the House of Assembly that always bring out a new constitution. And this was not the case in this 1999 and 78. So we are saying the only constitution we have to date that passed through Parliament and the National Assembly is the 1963 constitution. And that is what we have to review. We can't be talking of 2023 yet. You can see the way this 1919 or that 78 constitution has destroyed our military constitution, has destroyed our country. This 1963 constitution, we have $1 going to, $2 going to $1. But today now, 500 naira going to $1. So that's why we say a lot of destruction, enough of destruction of this, the wealth and the resources of this country. Let us repair everything very well before we can start talking of election.
Okay, thank you. We have another caller. Hello? Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good
Yeah,
afternoon.
good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, this is Akibe from Festa.
Hello, Akingwe from Festac. What's your
Yeah,
question,
what I
please?
would like to suggest for our governor, our guest.
Well, you can call him our governor. I'm sure he's liking that. Go
Okay.
ahead.
What I would like to say is that let him have the grassroots development with special regard to Lagos. Lagos has been in existence before the colonial regime. And the colonial regime did a lot here. And those houses that are built by colonial people, they should not destroy them. It should serve as a monument. Then, if you want to they take another dimension, let him have a big offices in the, what they call it, apart from the local government, we have the councillors. Councillors don't have office in where they say they are choosing to counsel. That's another problem we are having in Nigeria, or with Lagos should make a different impact on that.
Okay.
And then the Lagosians, the women should be well cared for. You know, for a woman to say from a Lagosian and yet suffering, I believe that is it's a big sin. The women should be given allowance, the indigenes of the Lagos, the women Lagosians, early with the less privilege among the rural areas.
Okay.
Because the money they are taking from Lagos is so enormous that only the top of hem of affairs should be using it.
Can
So
I
those
just,
who are not, yes,
may I ask you a question? Are you a Lagos indigene?
I'm not.
Okay.
Indirectly, I am, because
Okay.
I'm a part and parcel of Odudua, but
Of
I'm not
course.
a Lagosian.
No. I was
myself.
just asking because of your comment.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have another caller. Hello.
Hello. Good
Yes.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
It's Michael calling from Banana Island.
Banana Island. Hello, Michael.
Yeah.
Yes.
My
Go ahead.
question that I want to ask the governor, what has he been doing before now that will give us assurance that in 2023 we'll be able to perform?
Okay. So you want to know how is he going to perform in 2023?
Yes.
Or what
and
has he
what
been
has
doing
he been
before
doing now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent question. Thank you. Right, next caller. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, well done, ma.
Oh, your line just cut off. So sorry. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Prince. I'm calling from Aja.
Your name is
Prince.
Prince.
Calling
Hello,
from
Prince.
Aja. Yes.
Yes.
Please, I want to say this. I stayed in UK for almost 15 years. And found out that there is nothing like all these indigenous. Once you have their papers, when they are, even though it's benefit anything that somebody in the UK or even what a British person is enjoying, our people, Odibo, Yorubas, as long as you have the right distance, they enjoy it. Coming to our own land now, in Lagos, some people have lived in Lagos, they were born here. They grew up here, they school here. They've not even been to their state. So I want this man to take care to tackle this issue of this indigenous and non-indigenous.
Okay.
Because someone who is born here, your father lived here, you've lived here all your life, you should have equal rights, just like what is done over there in UK. In fact, when I was in UK, I was taking they pay me all those things they pay to others. That is not my country.
Yeah.
Please, I would like him to take care of this issue. This indigenous and non-indigenous issue is causing a lot of problem in this country.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And guess what? We're excited. Our guest is here. Yes, he's here. He's just putting on his headphones. Okay. Some of you accused me of flirting, but what can I say? He might be the next governor, so I'm just going to be nice. He's looking all nice and funky in his red tracksuit and a white baseball, face cap as you all call it, that says Jandor. Jandor, welcome.
Thank you very much. I sincerely apologize for running behind schedule.
We forgive
It is still what
you.
we're talking about Lagos, actually.
We forgive you. We are very appreciative of you being here. We've had questions, and I know you've been listening in the car. But before we go to those questions, You and I need to have a conversation. Now, are we about to go on a break, or have I got time? I've still got time before we go on a break. We've got 1 minute before we're going to break. Okay, so in that 1 minute, somebody did ask a question. They said, what have you been doing? So tell us in 1 minute, what have you been doing before now?
Oh, okay. I'm sure everybody knows my name. I'm Dr. Abdul-Azeez Adediran, popularly known as Jandor. I'm a media consultant. Okay, and this is what I've been doing all my life. Okay, I run a company called Core Media Group. It's the parent company of Core TV News. Core TV News is a digital terrestrial. And I've been consulting for people in public office. One of the reasons why you will see me and say that this guy has been over studying what's been going around for a long time. What we're doing with Lagos for Lagos, it's a product of a thorough research, how to disturb the status quo.
Yes. So you've been at this for like 6 years now.
Yes.
And we are going to be talking about Lagos for Lagos. Actually, a couple of the questions that we've had so far falls into that whole Lagos for Lagos. Because, of course, because when we hear Lagos for Lagos, we're like, okay, what does Lagos for Lagos mean? And I think my producer is telling me we are about to go. Oh, we're about to go into an ad. So you can take a deep breath because the questions are going to be... This is a hot seat.
It's okay, it's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're ready?
I'm prepared for this.
Okay, excellent. Right. We'll be right back, Lagos, after this break, and Nigeria.
They give me call bonus why I not finish. Now all my guys go here.
If you never recharge your 9 mobile line for 40 days or more, recharge 200 naira and above, and we go summer you 6 times your recharge and double data bonus.
I'll follow my guy.
I go block you now. You go see am.
Terms and conditions day. 9 mobile.
You asked for it and it's back.
It's a roundtable here, special broadcast on Nigeria Info. We've got the entire team here.
Oh my God, the year of first. That's what 2020 has been. It's the year of first.
You're doing empowerment for youth. You give them bikes, you give them marijuana, and then years after, you tell them not to use them.
I feel like there's a huge disconnect between the government.
It's the Nigeria Info Roundtable.
And the actual consequence of poverty in Nigeria.
These are debts that can be avoidable if we just do the right thing.
All your favorite Nigeria Info presenters on air at the same time.
And the third person was an entrepreneur.
We missed the second person.
They all
we missed the second
person. The first person, Sheriff, I can send it to you on WhatsApp.
All the biggest stories from the first half of 2021. Analyzed by the biggest voices on radio.
I am Sheriff Quadri, Lagos, Nigeria.
My name is Wemimo Adewinis.
You're hanging out with the Tech Steel.
My name's Joyce Onyemowa.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili.
Date 28th of June, Monday. Time 9 a.m. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Apollo, my guy. How every now?
Benjo, what thing now? That is money you just call me.
See, 9 mobile they give me call bonus why I not finish. Now all my guys go here.
If you never recharge your 9 mobile line for 40 days or more, recharge 200 naira and above, and we go summer you 6 times your recharge and double data bonus.
I'll follow my guy.
Benjo, see, I go block you now. You go see am.
Terms and conditions day. 9 mobile.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
You don't have to leave home without us again. Listen on the air and online. Just search Nigeria Info FM on the Apple app or Google Play Store and never miss a thing. Your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Welcome back to Downfall Conversations, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, we're back, and as I said, this is the time when you all need to sit tight. Grab your pens, your pencils, and be ready with your questions. But first, of course, I get to talk to him first. Come on, you guys had the first go. Right, so, Jandor, welcome again.
Thank you.
We can call you Jandor, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, so I'm going to read a quote to you. And one of your websites, you said, our greatest missile is the potency of the strength of our unity.
Absolutely.
So when I read that, it makes me wonder, what then does Lagos for Lagos mean?
Okay, thank you very much. Lagos for Lagos, it's a movement that seeks to do things differently in Lagos, especially when it comes to choosing who leaders. In Lagos. It's a movement that wants to ensure that for the very first time in the state of Lagos, we elect what we can call an independent governor.
An independent governor?
Yes, not the one that will be given to us.
Okay.
And somebody will say, I've chosen XYZ and all of us will follow. No, in 2023, we are rejecting godfather offer of another puppet.
So do you have a godfather?
I don't have a godfather. The people of Lagos are my godfather.
Aha.
Everybody in
going.
Lagos, you inclusive. We want a situation whereby that wealth of Lagos that we all hear, which is only on paper, we want it to reflect on the streets of Lagos, not in the pockets of one man. That is what Lagos for Lagos is all about. Lagos for Lagos, it's that mantra itself. It's mantra that has everybody's expression, either you are an indigene or resident of Lagos, embedded in it, because we believe that Lagos hasn't worked for anyone. It has only been working for a privileged few. But for the first time, can we have somebody who envisioned to lead, who prepared to lead, who ask people, who believe in himself, and started going everywhere, talking to people, not the ones that will wait on somebody. Not the one that will wait on mere coronation.
Mere coronation.
We want a situation whereby you put yourself forward. You have that conviction. You have that belief in yourself. You have seen Lagos. You've been everywhere. You understand the state you want to govern.
Right.
Not just coming at 6 months to that time and you're saying, come and vote for me.
Okay.
This is why what we have in Lagos today, unfortunately, Lagos is rich, wealthy. This is the amount of money we rake in on a monthly basis. At the end of the day, nothing on the streets of Lagos to show for all of this. We're putting a stop to that in 2023.
Okay, so which brings me on to my next question. Now, given that everything you've said right now obviously is a criticism of the current ruling party, as well as, and this current ruling party have been ruling Lagos for what, 16, 18 years now? You're a member of the same party. How does that work? Why should we believe you're any different?
Okay, now, I want us to stop making the mistake of saying it's about a party. No.
Right.
What is it a party? It's just APC, 3-letter word. It's about the people, the people that have dominated that party, for a very long time. And it's about their belief when it comes to governance. So it's about the ideology, those people. Now, the same party in question that we're talking about now in Lagos, don't forget, the governor of Borno State, Professor Zulum, all of us now are clapping for that guy, saying is the best governor in Nigeria today as a result of what he's done, even in that war-torn state. We've forgotten that governor is of the APC.
Right.
So nobody is talking whether or not it's of the APC. It's an individual thing. Lagos has one issue, and the moment we're able to take that out, then we're fine.
What issue would that be?
The issue of having one governor since 1999 up to this moment.
Okay.
Okay, that's the issue. Every other person...
But some would say we've had 2, 3 governors since then. Would you disagree?
Of course, because all these 2, 3 that you're mentioning, they require second-level approval before they can get anything done in Lagos.
So how are you going to do things differently? So you're saying they required second-level approval. You're a member of the same party. You are a dissenter, which is one of the reasons why you're here.
I'm just trying to tell you that let's put the party
aside
and look at those in the party. You quoted something from our website, and that's talking about our numerical strength as youth. In Lagos, we have over 65% of us, the population of Lagos, that's over 13 million people. And all along, we've been winning election with what? With 600, 700,000 votes to elect a governor. We're saying that if we populate the political landscape with our numerical strength, we can make that difference. That's what we're saying. We're telling ourselves that, see, let me tell you this. Some of you will look at us and say, why is he of the APC? Why do you have to go join APC? Now, if the current electoral act is anything to go by as we speak, APC, PDP will still be the party to beat in 2023.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's structure that wins election, not us shouting and tweeting and staying on the social media. No, we have to eat the grassroots. We have to take the battle to the stronghold of the status quo to ensure that we have our own fair share of that market. The moment we do that, all we then need to do is to complement it with us.
Okay.
By educating ourselves to say, you know what, enough of that. That is where we're trying to see how we can assist some of us who don't even know how to move their PVC from their previous address to new address. In Lagos for Lagos, we have a directorate that is seeing to that. We've released the number. The moment you call that number, just tell them where you are. Somebody will call you from your locality and assist you in getting that done.
In changing
the
PVC
location of your PVC from your
right.
previous address to new address.
Okay.
That's some of the things that we've put in place to take us out of our this thing and get involved in the process.
Okay, let's talk about your leadership. One of the things you also say on your website, you say, consciously or subconsciously, we've consciously or subconsciously ceded leadership to our leaders. I would say to you, isn't that what trust is all about?
Now, if you look at what we're trying to say there, you see that over the years, we as youth, we've ceded, that power to those in over 60s. We've been recycling the same old people in the last
many
how many
would
years.
agree with you.
Okay. And what we're saying is it like we're like, okay, it is just for them. Let them continue doing it. No, we need to. This is 2021. I said this some times ago. That's one of the problems we're having in Lagos. A master plan of 1999 is still running in 2021. Why? You can't just come and change it because, hey, the supposed owner of the state will look at you and say, what do you mean? Okay.
But what's wrong with that master plan? If something works, okay, I'll put to you.
A master plan of 1999 in 2021. This is a digital age.
So are you saying tear up the master plan or review and rewrite it?
I am saying by now, a lot has changed between 1999, that 1999 where you were carrying Nokia 3310 phone, to now that you are using a touchscreen phone. You can't do. I'm sorry, jack with that. You need to overhauling is what we're talking about. And look at Lagos. See, with close to 40 billion naira on a monthly basis in IGR and federal transfer. We have just one iconic project in Lagos. You should enter Lagos and see that worth of Lagos in the street of Lagos. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I do. I have a question for you.
We're saying that if, for instance, the current governor, of course, it's today's birthday. Okay, happy birthday, Governor.
Oh, is it?
I think
happy
so.
birthday, Governor, sitting Governor Sanwo-Olu.
So, imagine if the guy has independence. I'm sure.
You think things will work differently?
He will be able to think for himself and get Lagos to work. But unfortunately, he dare not. Remember what happened to his predecessor?
I don't know, but that brings me on to my next question. Talking about the present governor, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and again, happy birthday, congratulations. Hope you're having a good day. We hope you're listening too. We have to talk about NSARS because I would put to you that in the 2 years that Mr. Governor has been in power, he's had two defining events. One was the pandemic and his response to that, which many praised him for and applauded him. And surprisingly, we were impressed as Lagosians. Then a few months later, you have the end SARS. Now, I'm not going to put you on the spot and say, let's talk about the soldiers and who were killed. What I will say to you is, because you said something, you said, imagine if he had a mind of his own. One of the things people were saying back then was that, oh, he's not in control, he didn't have a mind of his own. What would you put yourself forward as an independent, what would you do differently during NSARS, especially given that the kids, the young people, were refusing to leave the toll gate? What would you do differently?
Thank you. We're looking at that 2 years, and the sequence of happenings between that time. Thank God, NSARS happened everywhere. Now, I'm going to liken this situation to 2 other states of the Federation.
Please do.
And 2 other governors. The 2 states in question, they are not even generating a quarter of what we are generating in Lagos. I'll use the Akwa Ibom state governor, and I'll go back to Borno State again. In 2 years, this guy started what we call Ibom Air. In 2 years. And during that time, one of the sectors that was badly hit, with the pandemic, is actually aviation sector, grounded.
Yes, it was.
So it was during that time. But just about 2 weeks ago, this government celebrated a huge success in that 2 years by acquiring additional aircraft. You understand? That is state, government that has done something in that 2 years. No excuse of there was NSARS, there was a pandemic. Okay, just last week again, President Muhammadu Buhari went to Borno State to commission project. We saw this project. This is a physical project. About 1,000 units, homes, for displaced people in Borno State. That's a war-torn state. Okay, we had that. Now let's come back to Lagos. In that same year, 2020, our total revenue, IGR and federal transfer, is about 861 billion, over 861 billion naira. And our budget performance, according to the state governments, was, in terms of revenue, was over 90%. 90%.
Okay.
And meaning that we did well.
Apparently.
Even in the face of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Okay. If you look at the budget of that year, it was over 1 trillion. But because of the pandemic, the state government reviewed that budget, by 22%. Okay?
Sensibly, yes.
Of course. And even with that, the target given to Lagos Internal Revenue Service was actually surpassed. So we are saying that we have no excuse whatsoever. In 2 years of this government, there is no single signature project that the government can point at and say, okay, this is it, or you can point at in Lagos and say, this is it. In 2 years of Ambody, there was a Ajah flyover, there was a Abulegba flyover. The Oshodi terminal was standing at that time. We're saying today, look around Lagos, point at one thing, physically standing, that you can say this is the government.
But the governor has gone round, he's been opening stations, he's been commissioning roads.
Do you know how many stations Ambody also opened? Those are bus stops, actually.
Yes.
That's not what we're talking in a mega. This is Lagos with that amount of revenue at our disposal. These are the things that we need to change. You see, look at it very well. This 2 years, we know what is really happening, but it's not everything we'll say on air. But in all, we should just change. It's a leadership problem. We just need to change everything in its entirety. By so doing, we will inject new ideas, fresh energies into governance. All of the people, someone who is celebrating 56 years today, is approaching the retirement age. Okay? Thank God he's going after this one so that I can go and rest. We're taking over. So we need to inject fresh ideas,
Mr.
fresh
Governor,
energies,
there's your challenge.
Fresh energies into governance. We've had enough of rhetorics, still coming back to tell us in 2021, during the lockdown, our schools, our children in public schools, they were home. A government that is raking in such amount of money, no ICT infrastructure in the schools to assist in getting, nothing is in place. So we have a lot that is wrong, that we need to come and sit down and look at how we can just do it differently. So
as somebody who is speaking for the youth, I put it to you again, what would you have done differently during NSARS?
Okay, like I said, If I want to go back to the Lekki issue,
Mhm.
the governor
Yes.
started very well, undoubtedly. But if you notice that time, they had what can be best described as several knee-jerk policies, and you were there with them at First Instance. So on the day of declaring that curfew, if I were the governor, I would return to Lekki and address the guys. Say, guys, don't forget I was with you from day one. I took your letter to Mr. President, but now we have an issue. This is the issue. In Ajegunle, they've started, burning police station. In this place, they have attacked this number. In this, they've done this, they've done this. So I need you to do me a favor. I need all of you to return home so that I can deal with those miscreants. When we're done, we will come back here together and continue what we started. They will listen.
Incidentally,
I'm sure they will
that's what
listen.
many have said. Yeah.
They will listen. But he didn't do that. You just did a curfew and said to everybody it's going to take place at 4 p.m.
Mm.
Between 12 and 4 p.m., those that have gone to work, what do you want them to do? And all of these things. So it doesn't work that way. So that's why I say that, you see, all these people, they are tired. They need somebody in the cabinet that will think and say, guy, don't let us do it this way. Let's go back there and do something. Because, hey, and for us, youth that are protesting up and down every day, I've said it over and over again, with protest, we only have our say.
Mm.
It's about time we had our way.
So you're saying it's time for the youth to take over?
For us to populate see, look at INEC data of 84 million voters in Nigeria. Do you know that between the ages of 18 and 35 of that data is about close to 60%?
That's good.
60%. That's 40 million above.
Mm-hmm.
And between that age and 55 or 50, it's about 84%. So meaning that all of us put together, we've been using our numbers to elect, what do you call them, septuagenarian, octogenarian, and put them in power. It's unheard of. So this is the time for us to convert that our numerical strength, by populating the political landscape. See, it's a game of numbers. You can only rig when you're popular. Let me give you an example of two things that has happened in Lagos.
That's interesting. Say that again. You can only rig
when you're popular.
When you're popular.
Yes, you can only
Are
rig
you
when
guys
you're popular.
listening to that?
You can only
the lines are going crazy. Go ahead.
If you come all out,
Mhm.
okay, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
If your vote wouldn't count, you think they will buy it?
True.
They buy your vote because they know it's going to count at the end of the day.
Mhm.
In Mushi, there was a particular House of Reps member. Okay, I think this is about 2011, 2015. I think about 2011. It was of the APC or ACN then.
Mhm.
Okay, he did well, but because he was busy, satisfying the people, so the Godfather got angry, and he refused him the second term ticket. The guy went to another party and he beat the hell out of all of them. He returned to House of Reps.
Wow,
with that
we've
party. So that is what us coming out can do.
Yes.
Okay. In my own local government, for instance, I'm from Ojo local government. Ojo, Amuwo, not this local government election. No, I'm saying INEC election.
Mhm.
PDP in Lagos, they've been beating us blue-black.
Right.
It's about third time now, it's hat-trick now in my local government, meaning that they are popular.
Mhm.
And that's why they can beat us with all our state power and everything. We're unable to do anything.
So one of the things, and it's funny you should say about LCDs. I mean, you were very critical of the recent one.
Yeah.
And one of the things you criticized was the lack of primaries.
Yes.
And you did say to people, didn't I tell you so?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what is it that you want us to know?
I'll say, when the local government election was actually approaching,
Mhm.
Members came to ask me, this is the time we should test our popularity. I said, no. I said, why? I said, let me tell you something. I've been in the corridor of power for close to 18 years, not as appointed or elected officers, but as a consultant, understanding things and looking at it. I said, if I know these people very well, forget it. They are just going to take your money for free and nothing would happen. I said, why? Because I know the 57 council chairmen that they want to appoint, let me use that, they already have the list. So all of this that they want to do, it won't happen. Okay, let's try it. And they started by putting the form at 2 million naira. They know that it is only the incumbent chairman that will be able to, afford that. So at 2 million naira, so that all of you will just stay away.
Yeah.
But because for the first time, the man came out to assure everybody that there is going to be primary. And those that are truly popular in their localities, okay, if we can take his word for it, we should throw our hat in the ring. And they did. In one local government, 21 people collected the form for chairman. Yes.
Wow.
And we have everywhere like that. So when they
So
realize...
21 people, 2 million each.
Yes, 2 million each. I mean, in one local government. In the entire local government, 333 collected.
Wow.
To 2 million. During that primary, when they realized that a lot of people are already out to contest that seat, they resorted to going back to them and be telling them to step down. They will tell you...
Did they get a refund?
Ireti, step down. No, just refund, step down. So when they realized that step down failed, they now said we are going for primaries. So everybody was ready for the primary. They realized, they saw the defeat, and they had to go around to scatter the whole thing and pronounce the same list they've already prepared as
the winners.
Okay.
Without
any primary election, no vote. Even you that were pronounced the winner, there is no vote to say Ireti, you score 1 million votes or 20 votes. You're just the winner. Winner how? So others don't have anything.
Indeed.
That is the chaos we have today in Lagos under the watch of the supposed leaders of all Democrats.
Okay. We've got 3 minutes to go before the next break. I'm going to squeeze in this question. One of our callers, or one of my lovely listeners, actually called in and asked about grassroots development and asked that he wants you to preserve the monuments and the offices of the local chairman. And he also said a special care for the indigents of Lagos State, the female indigents of Lagos State. What do you have to say about that? We've got 3 minutes before we go on the next break. Calm down, callers. Don't worry, I'm going to be picking up your call after the break.
Okay, I think this person actually was speaking to local government administration.
That's right, correct.
That is where Nigerian problem is, but people don't understand. Do you know what we do at the top level, at the state level? Everybody comes to allow us to have security meeting. I keep saying this. Everywhere a kidnap take place in Nigeria or anywhere, it's a political ward of a particular local government. Where they are being kept is a political ward of a particular local government.
Very true.
You understand? Headed by a councillor, right? And they have chiefs and, all of you in that locality. There is nobody in that locality that would not tell you we don't know that place, that bush, these are the things they will say. But there's a total disconnect between that grassroots and the center. Everybody wants to come to the center. Even the councillor elected in that ward is living at the capital of the state.
But FG is now giving money directly to the local government chairman, right? Into their purse. Shouldn't that change things?
How? When we still have the governor of the state with so much power to remove the chairman at will?
So all of that is just perfunctory, really.
In Lagos, for instance, we have 57 local governments and LCDs. Federal government is only paying 20. So it's that money that will be split to the other 37, making 57.
Right.
Now, look at what we have done. Creation of local government perfectly is okay. It is the way to go. More local government.
Of course.
Provided they are getting funds directly from the federal government. But this same money, okay, is now shared by 3 local government, from 1 to 3, in the place where you have one.
So what you're saying is
what I'm saying is this: if you look at that money, what overhead is taken? Ordinarily, Ikeja local government that is now 3. We have Ojoju and Onigbongo should ordinarily have 1 local government chairman. Now they have 3.
Right.
The local government chairman will have retinue of what have you, the 3 local government. Now we have, okay? So the same amount of money that is coming, you split it into 3.
Right.
So overhead has taken everything.
Right, I'm with you.
Okay?
Yeah.
For fiscal project, nothing. Aside the fact that, the money has already had an accident from where it's coming from before it gets to them. And so a lot had to change.
A lot.
We just have to ensure that all tiers of the government are functioning, independently. That is where you can see developments everywhere. But that is not the situation that we have. And Mr. President...
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Say that it's improved over time, but we seem to have gone some years back. And as you can imagine, the cleanliness of one's environment is a huge impact on our health. So how would you go about doing that? And I feel very passionately about the Loma women, who I also feel are underpaid for what they do. So I'd like to know how Governor Jandor would change that.
Okay, like I said, this whole thing, it's a leadership problem. When Governor Fashola was in office as governor of Lagos State, I've been privileged to work with him, from the outside. And I'll tell you something that usually play out anytime he's on the road. He's not reading, he's not on his phone or doing test or anything. He's looking right, left, and center. So, on his way, he discover any death or any refuse dump, whatever it is on the road, anything at all, even accident. He will put a call through to the commissioner in charge and say that I'm just passing through Awolowo Road now. At so junction, this is what I found. In another 1 hour, I'll be back from where I'm going to, and I'll be passing through that side. You need not say more. By the time we'll get there again, the whole thing is disappeared. I look at, if you're one of those that like to go on our waterways, you'll see how dirty our waterways are as we speak.
Yeah.
It's unheard of. And I wonder, the governor went there about 3 days ago to commission some fair.
Well, I was going to say, yes, he has.
And whether or not, and this is not the first time in his 2 years, he's been there for about 3 times now, And I ask myself, didn't these guys see all of these things? Is there any solution to this? Aside the fact that the person you put in charge of our waterfront infrastructure is from Katsina State.
Right. Does that matter?
It does. You see, your background. Katsina has desert everywhere. No single fish pond, okay, pardon my word,
Mhm.
and you give our waterfront, our heritage, our waterfront infrastructure to that person to do what? So something.
So what
has
you're
to be
saying is
running
that
in
person
your
couldn't
head.
understand the value of our waterways.
My dear sister, have you been to Landmark?
Yeah.
Landmark Beach.
Yeah.
Beach. Have you seen the beach?
Mhm.
Can you compare to what you have on our waterway?
No.
You understand?
It's totally different.
In the beginning was the word, and the word.
Killed, and rescuers are desperately searching for hundreds of survivors trapped in the rubble of a collapsed 12-story residential building north of Miami. Then 150 people have been injured after a powerful tornado swept through several villages in the southeastern Czech Republic. And finally, Indian police say about 2,000 people have been injected with fake COVID-19 vaccines in Mumbai. So headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Back to Downfall Conversations with Ireti Bakare-Yusuf.
Nigeria Info, your number one for news. Always spot on, fresh and direct on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to Downfall Conversations right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, we're back. Are we back? We're back. All right. I know many of you have been calling. Let me read out the number again because we're going to try and squeeze in as many of your questions as possible in this last round. 0700 993 993 993. The female only line 0146 57190. And the WhatsApp line is 0809 597 5808. Now, before I pick up your calls, I can see the line. I've got a question to ask you, which I would actually be doing a disservice to myself and Nigerian women and Lagosian women if I don't ask this question. If and when you do win, notice I said both if and when, are you going to ensure gender representation? Pardon?
It is when.
It is when, right. So are you going to ensure gender representation in your cabinet, in your Lagos cabinet? Because we don't have that right now, really.
Okay, we're not even waiting for that. In Lagos for Lagos movement, as we speak, our central coordinator is a woman, a powerful lady.
Her name is?
Funke Jaikunle.
Okay.
Okay, she's the one in charge of the entire secretariat. And in our structure at the state level of 26 people, we have, I think we have about 14 women, actually.
Right.
We have more women. Because if you understand this game very well, you notice that as far as this trade is concerned, you need more women. They do more and better than us. Okay? So we know that. That is why we have them coming, on board. So we're not even waiting till we get to office. We've started rehearsing and practicing that.
We like that, rehearsing and practicing for the women.
And our leadership, our Apex leadership cadre, we have also a woman of note being the Apex chairman. That is the former secretary to the state government, Princess Adediran Ogunsoya.
Aha.
She's the chairman of our Apex body in Lagos for Lagos.
Okay.
A very powerful woman.
Indeed.
So that would tell you.
She's an inspiration to
absolutely,
most of us.
That would tell you where we're going, with our own government.
Okay.
So, and for those that are approaching the retirement age, like our governor today, 56, we won't have more of them.
You keep saying 56 like it's a curse word.
No,
56 is the new 36, no?
No, he's not. Like I said, in another 2 years, he's going to be 58. And I'm assuring him he's going to retire well.
Okay.
In 2023.
All right.
Okay, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Right, we're going to take your calls right now. My gosh, the lines are going crazy. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
My name is Denike. I'm calling from Agodo.
Denike, go ahead with your questions. You're through to Jandor.
Okay. Good afternoon, Jandor.
Good afternoon, ma. How are you, ma?
Very well. Please, how old are you to start with?
I'm 43.
43.
Yes, ma.
Okay, so my question is, how do you intend to solve Lagos insecurity problem and the traffic issues we have, because this has been around for so long?
Okay.
What are the plans? What are the laid down plans that you have prepared for us?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next call, please. Hello. Oh, please make sure you turn down your radio before you call. Hello.
Yeah, it's
Yes, go ahead. What's your name?
Mr. Governor to be.
Good afternoon, sir.
My name is Bright.
Okay,
I've been
Bright.
in Lagos for more than 20 years. And you see, can you imagine a Lagos with just one entry point? How many entry points would you construct into Lagos in your first 100 days?
Okay. Thank you.
And
are you still there?
What will you do with this so-called indigenship? It's a curse on Nigeria.
Okay.
I've been in Lagos for over 20 years.
Yeah.
All my 4 children are here. They were born here. And somebody will tell me that they are not Lagosians. That's not what is applicable in New York. Lagos should be the New York of ECOWAS. Can you make that be?
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Let's take the next call. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jandor.
Good afternoon. You can say hello to me as well. Come on.
I'm so sorry. Good afternoon, madam.
He's not governor yet. I'm still the most famous person here. Am I
No,
not?
in my mind here for what you just said right now, I'm considering him as my governor.
Okay, go ahead. Ask your governor a question.
Ireti is good. Everybody should be rehearsing.
You only said something I like just now in your comments about the past chairmanship, the local government chairmanship election that just happened. About when the upper people, I mean the godfathers have their list, right? You understand?
Yeah.
So it is their list, people on their list were even the people that won the election.
Absolutely.
And he came out purely and you said truth about it. I'm okay with it.
Thank you.
And God will bless you. God will give you the way to become governor by 2023.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
you.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Right. Next call, please. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please don't be easy on him. We've got him on the hot seat. He's got to win our vote. So come with your questions. Go ahead. What's your name and where you calling from?
Okay, my name is Patrick. I'm calling from Ojo.
Okay, Patrick, go ahead with your question, please.
The question I want to ask our governor is that what is he going to do about the state of insecurity in Lagos, especially the area boys?
Okay, that's it. Thank you. Next call, please. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Madam Ireti.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Adediran. I'm calling from Agbara.
Additional, go ahead with your question for Jandor, please.
Yes. Good afternoon, Mr. Jandor.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question. The question is going to be like an advice to you as well.
Okay.
I know some of your allies which have approached me in regards to your aspiration.
Okay.
But one thing I want you to understand is that you need to learn from other young guys that have come out, that have failed in their aspiration as well. Then you learn from them, then from there, you'll be able to know which way forward. The reason why I'm saying this is that, see, you are aspiring to be the governor, and you know you still need, like the House of Assembly, to operate. Are you with me?
We're listening. We're listening.
You still need the House of Assembly to operate. Don't you think you need a kind of entourage or young ones that will contest from each of those local governments that will make your job easy?
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Yes,
so
yes,
you need
yes,
to really work on that, because you coming out as a person, I don't see, even though you happen to win tomorrow, how do you work
It's okay. I get your question, sir.
without the House of Assembly?
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
It's really difficult.
Yes.
Thank you. I have so many calls. I want to squeeze in as many as possible. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Mrs. Ojigo. I'm calling from Satellite area.
Go ahead. What's your question, please?
Okay, my question is this to to Jandor. How do you intend to solve the problem of Ojo local government area, starting from maybe mile 2 downward? It's as if it's a forgotten area of Lagos. Number 2 question is this. I know that he has mentioned it already. Lagos is gradually becoming a dump site. There's so much garbage everywhere, especially the gutters that are filled up all the time with all kinds of things. How does he hope to solve that problem?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from, please?
My name is Adediran. I'm calling from Alimosho.
Okay, go ahead with your question, please.
Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Jandor.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you doing today?
Very well, sir.
Okay, I have a question. With the increase in the menace caused by bike riders and tricycle riders, I believe you're familiar with some kiosks that these guys have caused. I just want to know what you have in place come 2023 when you're sworn in as governor by God's grace to attend to this issue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Right. Hello?
Hello.
Yes. What's your question?
My name is Agwoma.
Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Governor to be.
Good afternoon, sir.
And good afternoon, the host. Yeah, you've talked so much about age. As if the older you become, the more irrelevant you can be. While I may disagree with that, what we have in Nigeria generally is not about age group. It's about commitment and love for a nation. And so there are so many youths in local government because now they are driving in the aburus into political scene. And these people have done even more harm. A lot of them are killer squad for
Right. Go ahead. Hello.
So
yeah, go
what
ahead.
are you going to do? It's not about who do we pick, who do we elect, who do we vote for, but who kill the rivalries, perceived enemies, is how you kill to offices.
Sir, I need to hurry you up because we need questions. I've got the
This is
calls.
what have characterized our political scene these days. You kill to get to the up. Thank you. How are you going to deal with this? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Right. At this moment, I'm going to give you an opportunity to answer as many of those questions as possible because we've got about 12 minutes left on the show.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let me take it from the very last question, which said that we're saying the older you become, the irrelevant. No, we never said that. But we believe that
Ask quarter to young people don't like that.
The moment you get to that age, to get that retirement age, you should sit back and play an advisory role so that we can take charge because it is us that still have that energy to move around, to do things, to wake up in the middle of the night and all of those things. So if you're getting to that retirement age, please assist us, sit back, go play with your grandchild so that we'll come back to you in the evening and seek from your wealth of wisdom and tell you what we're doing. We need to bring innovation into governance.
Okay.
And if you're not in tune with what is happening now, I'm sorry, we won't get what we need. So that's about that, sir. And again, you said something about people killing. I've seen questions related to NURTW and the likes. I'll take that up when I'm answering that question. So let me take the next one after yours, which is my sister that called from, I think, from Satellite. She says something about menace of bike riders, keke drivers. What solution? I will say something to you. The government of Lagos had a golden opportunity, to have sanitized that sector in the beginning of the tenure in 2019. But what happened? They blew it up. If you remember, there was this guy who came into our economy, uninvited though, because of what we are, and he brought in what we call the go-kada, if you remember. So we had the go-kada guy, and Lagos State government did what? Seized the license, sent the guy back. Okay, we've forgotten that majority of the people riding this bike, especially those here, are those that we couldn't provide job for.
Indeed, yes.
Okay, they had to get something done.
Very true.
So that was a good opportunity for him to have sanitized that sector. We now say, okay, I have Gokada, I have OP. Both of you, even though you are already in our economy uninvited, you've taken advantage of what we've got. No problem. You're welcome. But I am going to license you.
Indeed.
And I will license 3 more.
Yeah.
So in doing so, I will give you a no-go area. This route you don't go through.
Indeed.
And before you employ anybody, you do your background check. So by so doing, all the aliens you want to sieve out of that business, you'll be able to push them out. Again, you'll be able to bring those people in the informal sector into the formal sector by ensuring they're in your tax nets. You still make money from there. So you can even license 2 more, making 5. Then you give them route. So the moment I see Gokada on 3rd Mainland Bridge, I am not going for that Gokada man. I am coming for your license.
Yeah.
So the moment they know that would happen, they will put a tracker.
So what you're saying is localize each one of them.
Exactly. Right. Find a way of bringing them into a formal sector.
That's right.
And then give them route to go through, not what to go through. Government did a blanket ban sometimes. It might not work. There are some inner roads in Lagos that there is no how you want to get there. You still need keke napep from that inner road to take you there.
But government will tell you they're creating these mini buses. That's what they'll claim.
My sister.
That's what government says.
Lagos, we still have a problem of traffic.
Indeed, we do.
And you are still bringing those ones to come and join what we have, not expanding the road, nothing is happening. No, we would find a way. That's why I said a solution that would, in tune with the digital age is what we'll look for.
Let's talk insecurity.
Yes, we're speaking insecurity now because somebody asked me about the Badagry division. That is where you have everything. This is what I want to say to my sister that called from that division, said Ojo. And so, please, let me just say this to you. Those that are governing us today never envisioned to govern. They never planned, they never prepared to govern.
So all that 1999
somebody just bring them, not ready to do anything and say, okay, come and sit here and administer this thing. Okay? Now, this is what we're saying. For us, we have been everywhere.
Yeah.
In the last 6 years, there is no ward, there is no local government that I haven't been to. So I can connect with those areas. The people we're talking about don't even know all of those things that you're talking about in that axis. They sit here in the Ikeja. The only Lagos they know is Ikeja, Ikoyi, and VI, Lekki. That's all. All those inner areas, Ijedodo, Ijegemo, Ibeshe, they don't know all these areas. They don't even know what is happening there. So I am from that division, fortunately, and see what is going to happen to that division the moment we come into office on the 29th of May.
We are so running out of time. So tell us about insecurity quickly.
Now, the insecurity...
Because I've still got one final question.
She spoke about traffic, what's it called? What brought about that is when you have what we call bottleneck.
Bottlenecks,
That is why these people will have a way to do that. Now, our solution should be how do we ensure that bottleneck, we do something about it. Now, let me give you an example. If you're going to the mainland towards the peak period from the third mainland bridge, either you're coming or you're going. Now, what you see is that the moment you are descending the bridge, okay, you enter a traffic as we're heading to Oworo. Okay?
Yeah, correct.
Now, what happens is that people coming from Bagada, they are joining you. This other coming from so the road is still the same. But if you look at that axis critically, you will see a very wide median. Okay? If you see a very wide median between that place down to 7 up, what are we doing with that median? Let us close it up.
Yeah.
If you've noticed, these are the things that you will see. Whatever is there, we should look at to close that up.
Right.
And give us another 4-5 lanes on the side that will accommodate. So if you have a free flow, there won't be that. Again, because I know I'm running out of time.
We are.
For the security, what we do is to buy equipment, buy this, by that. We've forgotten that intelligence. All these boys, all these NURTW boys that we have converted into something else, we can even use them as security.
Indeed,
in
we
those
can.
areas, they know who is who in this axis. If they see anybody pickpocket, they'll slap that person. I was born in Mushin. I know all of this. But because we have decided to use them elsewhere for other things, so that's why we don't get. So a lot has to be done. Everybody has to come together to secure the state. It's not the job of state alone.
So
states needs to just provide leadership.
Excellent. Now, before we go, I've got one final question for you. You want to be our governor.
Yes.
Right? And that's clearly an ambition that you've nursed, that you've worked towards for 6 years. What about Lagos State? Give me one thing about Lagos State that keeps you up at night. One thing, one issue that keeps you up at night that you are determined, if you become governor, to fix in spite of, irrespective of. What's that one issue?
That's one issue. That one issue solves all issues.
Go ahead.
Independence.
Okay.
Lagos needs an independent helmsman. That's all. The moment you have that, without string, you're done. You will think on your own. You will fix the state on your own. You take responsibility for anything, and you get all out. But if you have somebody saying you can't breathe, you can't jump, then there's a problem.
Okay. Can we squeeze in one more call? We've got a call coming in. How long have we got? I always try to do this, and I know you're enjoying being with us. Hello. Oh, you lost your chance. You snooze, you lose. Are you there? Hello? Hello? Oh, we're going to pick up one last
Somebody
random.
asked me about
Go ahead.
leadership.
Hello. Quickly, you've got 20 seconds.
Okay, I would like to ask your guests, the best way to address the grassroots
is to let the councillor have their office where they are elected to be councillor, not to be in the local government.
Okay.
Then you should pay attention to women.
Absolutely, I agree.
We've spoken about that.
Yes.
You're correct. You're
Yeah.
correct. I said it earlier on. So
You were gonna answer a question.
yes, I was
earlier.
going to answer
Just-
a question that somebody asked about indie in Lagos.
Yes, that's why indigenship.
That's why in our Lagos for Lagos movement, it's not speaking about Lagos indigenous alone. It's
Yes.
speaking about everybody living in Lagos. In our structure, we have the Igbo. In our structure, we have the Arewa. So what we want is a Lagos that work for all,
Everybody.
irrespective of where you're from. The only problem we have today is that Lagos hasn't worked for everyone in Lagos. It has
Indeed.
only been working for
some.
One.
Right. Okay. Now.
We decide everything. Who is
Okay.
even the king in your village? The councillor in your ward, the chairman in your local government.
Right, okay. My producers say we gotta go, but I'm gonna put you on the spot. Are you going to come back?
I'm going to come back, but before
Will
I
you
do
come
that,
back to
I'm
us?
going to come back. But
But
before
go
I,
ahead.
before
Go
I
ahead.
do that, I need to tell our people that look, what they've been
How can they
scaring us,
follow you?
what they've been
Yes.
scaring us away with is because that we don't have money, we don't have people, they are going to kill you. But now, like I said, we have over 13 million in our category in this state, and
Yeah.
others can join us. So just 2 days ago, my friends came up with what they call Lagos Fund Lagos.
Lagos Fund Lagos.
They
How
want
do we
this-
get? We're running out of
Exactly.
time. Go
they
ahead.
want Lagosians this
To
time
fund
to
Lagos.
bankroll
Okay.
and control.
That's the
not
Obama
give it to
method.
people to
That's
come
how
back.
Obama
so
won.
they can
Go
do
ahead.
that by paying. It's 1,000 to
Quickly,
2,000
quickly.
in our GTB account 0622003194. 0622003194. With us bringing our one another together, we will defeat these money bags. Trust me.
Okay, you're
It's
going to come
doable.
back so you can really
Sure.
win us over.
I'm going to come
And
back.
you'll be early and there won't be any traffic. And we're going to have a really...
I'll probably
There are
sleep here
other
at night
questions
before. Yeah,
that I
please,
could not
please,
ask you.
Please.
So you're still yet to win us over.
Sure.
Don't be smiling because I'm smiling. Okay? You're still got to work for our
Of
votes.
course,
Yeah?
of course.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
thank you very
Jandor.
much, thank
I
you.
can see the lines are still going crazy. My producer's about to turn off my mic. Do you have a last word for us? What would you like to say? I'm going to give you the last word.
Please, let us put a stop to what we all jointly created, passively or, in 2023. Let us elect an independent governor. for
And
the
who
state
would
of
that
Lagos.
be? That independent governor would
Jandor
be?
has put himself forward.
Okay.
He believes in himself.
Okay.
So let's do it.
All right.
It's doable.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for joining us. My people, it's over. It's another journey that we've come to the end. We'll be back on Friday, next Friday, to take another journey. And I'm going to be having Jandor back. He's not going to get away with it like that. You guys weren't hard enough on him this time. So be prepared for the next time because we're really going to put him on the hot spot. Until then, stay blessed. Have a fabulous weekend.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.